Alright, hey guys, how's it going? T here from SomeFriends Studios. I don't necessarily have anything to show this week, for you guys, because what I'm working on is more for the developer, side of things than it is actually working on the game. I'm, making some functionality for our designers so that they can get their work done effectively. I was told that since I can't really show you guys anything spectacular about what's going on, that what I should do is talk about my creative process a little bit and how I go about fixing whatever problems arise, how I start off with whatever I need to get done and all that. And generally, it's a lot of just sitting down and thinking. If you've ever seen a programmer work, it is usually really boring. We'll usually just sit there for about an hour. We'll type a couple lines, and then we'll sit there some more. And then maybe every once in a while, if something goes good, we will be able to get up and do a little victory dance. Let me get rid of these because they're glaring. So the problem I'm having right now is Unity 3D doesn't have multiple tagging set up, so we can't tag an object as multiple things, and that causes some problems because of the way we have the game set up. The AI needs certain tags to know what to do with certain platforms, but the character, on the other hand, also needs certain tags so it knows what to do, and they're not the types of tags that can overlap together. So essentially what I have to do to begin with is try to figure out a couple, maybe 2 or 3 possible solutions to the problem, and once I'm done with that, I'll come up with reasons why they won't work, and you can't really read it. That's for a completely unrelated problem. Just bring that up a little bit so you guys can see. This was just for something completely different. This was like 3 minutes of brainstorming, just the different shit you need to worry about. That was brainstorming for another game that I'm not allowed to talk about yet. Where were we? Yeah. So once I've got all of that done, I'll pick a thing. In this case, I've chosen to do an array because it's the simplest way of doing it. The problem I'm running into, and that's what I was researching before I started up the video, is having sort of a drop-down menu in Unity 3D that I can use to make it easier for the developers to kind of do stuff instead of well, I guess instead of having to, write down in every script or in any specific state, instead of having to write down this is also this is also that, they can just hit a drop down button and then just checkbox, this, and that. I want this object to be, which I originally didn't think would be such an issue, but the problem I've been running into is that the inspector, which is what we use to kind of, hang on, see, the problem with, I can't show you guys this, is a small list that has a whole bunch of values, and each of those values pertain to the specific item that's selected. So if I wanted this controller here to be blue, there would be something on the controller's inspector that said color, and I would change that to blue. That's essentially how all this stuff works. So I would have to create that in the inspector, and that's what I'm having issues with right now, and that's what I've been looking up. Probably, when I think about it, I'll get that problem fixed, and then another problem will come up, and I'll have to work on that, and it's just the more you work, the more bugs come up, the more this, the more that. You just get used to it, you gotta work it. let's see. After that, I've got some of the stuff written up already for what specific items should do, like how it's going to check, for instance. Say our cancer enemy is running around and hits a platform, how it's going to check to see if that platform is a specific type. If this is glass, if what's in it is some form of juice or alcohol, stuff like that, how it's going to check. But yeah, that's what I've been working on this past 4 or 5 days. I've got some more work done on the cancer enemy and all that, but mainly I've been focusing on this. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you'd like to see, pretty much anything. I mean, if you have a question about the game, what we're doing, how we're doing it, problems we're facing, all that stuff, just let us know. We're trying to be really open about this, the entire project and how we're doing it. But yeah, that's essentially my creative process, is think of a couple ways to do it. Well, first think of what's the problem, how to fix it, choose one from that, implement it, check to see if it works with everything else. A lot of times you'll make this really awesome script or function or whatever, and then you'll put it in the game, and instead of doing what it's supposed to, it breaks the entire game. Then you gotta figure out why. So, making tests for bugs, stuff like that. And you do a little programmer victory dance when something you've been stuck on actually works. But yeah, I will catch you guys around.